Hi everyone, welcome back to the weekly podcast with me, Laura, from Lauofattraction Life Coaching. And I've just finished up with a client of mine about an hour ago, and we were having a chat about the archetype of the wounded healer, and I thought I'd have a chat with you about that today. And I've come back out to my garden because it's a rather lovely day here in the UK. So the wounded healer is an archetype of somebody who has been through suffering. And so because they've been through suffering, they know what it feels like, and they want to help people. And this is a really common thing in life, that you'll find many people who are the wounded healer. And I myself was the wounded healer, and still am, I suppose, except for now I'm not particularly wounded anymore. I've gone through the processes to heal myself, which is really good. And the question that leads through to is that a lot of people aren't choosing themselves. They use healing as a distraction from healing themselves and from their own problems, which sounds like, a really kind of martyrous thing to do, which it is, but it's not helpful, because you're somebody who doesn't actually know how to heal, and you're attempting to heal others. If you knew how to heal people, then you would heal yourself. And you can't heal other people when you are damaged. You can't heal other people when you are broken, and you can't heal other people when you have a gaping wound in your side. And so what's really important first is to use that energy that you want to use on yourself, and find ways that you can heal yourself and help yourself to then be able to go forward and help other people. Now, the most important thing to be able to do this is to find boundaries and insert them into your life. So often wounded healers have got enmeshment problems with people in their lives, where they are kind of tied up energetically with other people, and they're not able to disassociate from other people's problems. So other people's problems are their problems, they take them onto themselves, they carry the baggage of other people, and then in turn become more wounded, become more damaged, because they haven't looked after themselves. They haven't done what they need to do to be able to help others. And I want to reiterate, if I haven't said it before, selfishness is selflessness. You cannot heal other people when you yourself are wounded. You haven't got the acumen, you haven't got the awareness, and you haven't got the energy to be able to do it. So to be selfish for a moment in your life, to turn around and say, I'm going to be most important in my life right now, and you should always be the most important person in your life. It's that, apply your oxygen mask before you attempt to help anyone else. You cannot help other people if you are struggling. So take that time to choose yourself and to choose you, to focus upon your own healing, to focus upon the things that you need to focus upon, and to become just a healer from there on in. Once you have healed your wounds, you are a complete and competent person that can go forward to help other people fully. Because you're not coming from a split energy of being exhausted and tired and wounded emotionally, in the gutter. You're not coming from that point of view. You're coming from somebody who's full up, who's capable, who's able, who's happy, who is more than able to process the things that they're going through, and so they can teach other people how to process the things that they're going through. So, if you want to help people, and which is an admirable quality, and the reason why I do what I do is because I'd like to set off a revolution of healing, of creating people that are healed, and then they go forward to teach other people how to heal themselves. And so what we have is a revolution that is like a knock-on effect. I help 10 people, they help 10 people, they help 10 people, and before you know it, 100,000 of people have been helped and fixed. So it's really important for you to begin to pick yourself first, choose yourself first. What things are you suffering with at the moment? Is it anxiety? Is it depression? Is it that you're exhausted all the time because all you do is help other people? What is your problem? And it takes a moment for you to put your hand on your heart and be truly honest with yourself about actually what's going on in your life. do this, sit down and notice that actually a lot of the time your boundaries are so strained that you don't have any boundaries, that maybe you are helping people all of the time and using it as a distraction technique from your own pain. So find out what's wrong with yourself. Be honest, acknowledge it. Don't turn this into a stick to beat yourself with. Turn it into an opportunity to change yourself and to empower yourself to become a better person. So acknowledge the things that you're doing wrong, per se, wrong, and find a way to work through them. So a lot of the time things that people are doing when they are the wounded healer archetype is that they're spending all of their time distracted with other people's problems, and at the end of the day they have no energy to be able to fix or help themselves, and they find that their mental health and their physical health is in the gutter because they are just exhausted from giving and giving and giving and giving and giving. And you'll often find these people work in jobs that work with mental health advocacy, in support work, teachers, doctors, counsellors, psychotherapists, life coaches. All of these people tend to work in these fields. And so what's really important for you is to recognise that perhaps this is the part of your life and this is something that you do. Recognise that you're using all of your energy to help other people and use it as a distraction technique from the things that you're actually feeling. And then take time for yourself where you choose you. And realise that you're choosing you not through selfishness but through selflessness of trying to help other people. And take this time to set very strong boundaries about what you expect from yourself and what you expect from other people and what you can do for other people. Because when you make this boundary, when you say, I can give you half an hour, but I'm not going to give you the day. I'm going to spend the afternoon helping people, but I'm not going to spend all night helping people. I'm going to go home today and I'm going to practice some of my self-care things. When you start to instill these things in your life, then you'll actually find that you've got more energy to help other people, that the help that you offer is more genuine, more loving and kind, because you're not exasperated and you're not in a situation where you're begrudging the help that you're offering because you feel like you have to do it. You are giving it because you want to do it. And you'll also be coming from a better mental health perspective, where actually you are feeling calmer, you're feeling better. And when you are healed and you have these coping strategies in your life, when you know how to instill these things in other people, then you can go forward and heal people much better. Because at the moment what we have is a revolution of people teaching other people just how to get along and get through it and deal with it, but actually not heal anything. So when you focus on self-healing, you can begin to heal other people in such an effective way that the problems and the troubles that they've experienced previously in the past, they don't have them anymore. And it's not a cycle where you go up, you go down, you go up, you go down. It's a cycle of just up, and moving up through life happier and more content. So if the wounded healer rings true with you, I'd like you to sit down this evening and I'd like you to get a piece of paper out and have a think about some of the destructive behaviours that you have hidden underneath a gleam of love and healing and doing kind charitable work for other people. Because it's this idea, if you put it in the context of finances, the wounded healer is almost giving all of their money to everyone and then coming home and having nothing for themselves. So they can't buy food for themselves, they can't buy shelter for themselves. And this is in effect what people are doing when they're the wounded healer. They are giving all of their emotional resources, all of their energy, their time to other people, and then at the end of the day they come home, they're exhausted, they're tired, and they are unable to refill themselves because they have given everything to everyone else. So spend the time, be honest with yourself if this is a trait, a habit that you are party to, something that I've done before in the past. Set very clear boundaries about what is acceptable for you and what's not acceptable for you, and ensuring that by the end of the day you can come home and you can practice some self-care traits and habits to ensure that the next day when you're helping people, you are full up and you're actually able to help in a loving, kind and genuine way, rather than in a way that you use their problems to distract yourself from your problems. So good luck. If you've got any questions, get in touch. If you'd like me to cover any particular topics, then feel free to leave a comment below, and I look forward to speaking to you in a week's time. Take care until then, guys. Enjoy the sunshine.